everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Soul Fitness TV. My name is Whitney, and in this week's episode, I'm going to be sharing with you some ideas around mindful eating. So it's so important to look at what you're eating, but it's just as important how you're choosing to eat. We've all sat down for a meal or for a snack and gobbled up the food so fast we don't even really realize what it is that we're eating. In this busy society, it's really easy to not set time aside for your meals. Whether you're eating in the car, or you're eating at your desk, or you're nibbling as you're cooking in the kitchen, or standing in front of the cupboard and eating. There's so many distractions, and we're so pressed for time that we don't often set aside the time to sit down, savor our food, and enjoy. So the reason that it's so important to eat mindfully is that overeating causes many diseases. Heart disease, it can cause type 2 diabetes, it causes high cholesterol, because oftentimes obesity is related to overeating. So we want to make sure that we're slowing down and eating mindfully as a way to prevent disease as well. A lot of the solutions that I'm going to be presenting to you today are based on this book, The Mindfulness-Based Eating Solution by Dr. Lynn Rossi. So let's dive in for some tips and tricks on how you can eat more mindfully. So we're going to use the acronym BASICS as a way to go through each one of these tips. So the first one, the B of BASICS, is to breathe. So to really sit down, take a couple deep breaths, and just kind of notice where you are. So to just breathe and ask yourself, am I hungry? And if I am hungry, what am I hungry for? Am I really hungry for food? Or am I emotionally eating? Oftentimes, what we're actually craving is connection with our partner, or we're craving relief from some emotional strain, and so then we overeat, or we search for comfort in food. That sensation of fullness gives us that comfort. So the first step is just to breathe and to check in with yourself. Center yourself and give yourself that time to just sit and be. The A of BASICS is to assess your food. So this means actually looking at your plate, seeing what's in front of you, and seeing if it's something that is going to nourish your body. Look at the colors, see if it's whole foods. Is this something that you'd find in your garden? Is this something that's going to nourish your body and give you energy? So just take a moment and look at your plate and actually look at what you're eating. The S of BASICS is to slow down. So in this high-speed, fast-paced environment that we live in, it's really easy not to set aside time to eat. But you must set aside time so that you can enjoy your food, because it's important for your health. So I encourage you not to eat in the car or on the run, to take a lunch break and really enjoy your food. The I of BASICS is to investigate your hunger. So to really ask yourself, so if I have determined that I'm hungry for food, on a scale of 1 to 10, how hungry am I? Do I just need a snack? Do I need a full meal? It's part of intuitive eating to assess your hunger, see if you're truly hungry, and then to really investigate how hungry am I, and to provide yourself with the amount of food and the right amount of food based on your hunger. The C of BASICS is to chew your food thoroughly. So there's so many amazing studies around chewing your food. Oftentimes we probably swallow food that maybe we've chewed between our teeth just 5 or 6 times before we swallow it down. Digestion actually begins in the mouth. There's so many important digestive enzymes in your mouth that it's imperative that you begin that digestion in your mouth by chewing your food thoroughly. That way, by the time it gets to your stomach, it's already partially digested. This is so important for anyone who is struggling with a digestive disorder, IBS, Crohn's, anything like that, to really chew your food thoroughly and give the rest of your digestive system a head start. And then finally, the S of BASICS is to savor your food. So make mealtime enjoyable. I'm sure you've all had that time where you get together with your family and you have a meal, like a Thanksgiving type of meal, and it's so enjoyable and you're all sitting around and you're talking. It's time for socialization and sharing, and somehow the food is more enjoyable too because you're enjoying it all together. So it's really important that you make your mealtime or any time that you consume food an opportunity to raise your energetic vibration, to enter into mealtime in a calm state. Not eating out of emotional pain, eating out of a need for consolement, but actually eating because you need nourishment, and eating in a relaxed state of mind. Giving yourself a couple deep, slow breaths before you begin to eat. Assess your food, chew thoroughly, and really savor that time. So I'd love to hear your feedback. Which one of these tips really resonate with you? Are you an emotional eater? Do you struggle with eating mindlessly? I hope that you try these tips. I'll include them in the description below. Leave me a comment and let me know how these tips worked out for you and if you've seen a change in your eating habits. As we like to say, we encourage you to be strong, inside and out, living your best life each and every day. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.